find ourselves back in the Amber Lounge, a area of the casino exclusively for high rollers and Atlas loyalists, lit by the telltale amber glow of Atlas's power source. Veins course through a concrete wall that lead to the back of this area, which has a massive glass-reinforced window set into what can only be described as the maw of an open hound's mouth. Nevis, you are here relaxing, enjoying yourself, pickpocketing a couple of the local clientele, and as you enjoy your time here, your friend Rex, the pit boss of this casino, makes his way over to the exit door, ready to go into the casino and attend to other business. Rex, as the door that leads out of the Amber Lounge opens, you find 3 other people crowded over the keypad that opens the door into that opens the door into the Amber Lounge. The door that you were going through opened a quarter of a second before the access code was accepted. And you don't recognize these individuals, and more importantly, you're pretty sure they don't have the code to get in here.
Gotta say, Amber Lounge is for private personnel only. You want to tell me who you are and why you're trying to break into where you're not supposed to be?
I'm pretty sure that this was the bathroom, and I thought it was weird that it was locked, so I asked my friend here to see if they could get in.
He takes a step closer towards you, Cian, specifically. Aren't you an interesting one? What do they call you?
Ian.
Oh, Ian. Bathroom's down that hall.
Oh,
Any
sorry.
points?
My bad. But she doesn't move. She still stands there.
What about the other 2 of you? Are you looking for the bathroom?
Rex. And Jasna's gonna walk up to you a little bit. We've been looking all over for you. And is going to do a slip and fall on the stairs. This is on a stairway, right?
Yeah, like right in front of a stairway. There's like a couple feet.
Okay, gotcha.
Like,
It's gonna do like a slip and fall and try to make a gust of wind to knock off Rex's precious glasses to cause a distraction.
Okay. As you are pretending to do this on accident and to actually knock off the glasses, you need to make 2 rolls. The first one is going to be a DC 5 to do this in a way where you look like you accidentally fell and this triggered. And then the second one is going to be a DC 4 to actually knock off the glasses.
Okay. Do you want me to re-roll it, or I remember what I had last time?
Totally up to you.
I was going to say, is there any way for me to assist with the acting? As in, actually trip them?
Okay, so you're telling me that you see Jasna about to, like, pull this move off, and... Okay, if Jasna fails the roll, I will give you an opportunity to actually trip them. To make it realistic, because that's hilarious.
Okay. So it's a D10. That's a 3.
Okay. So that's for the acting roll?
Yes. And then...
Okay, so, you go to, like, pretend to fall, and to everyone else, it looks like you're actually falling. Go ahead and roll to use the gust of wind to blow off the glasses, please.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Okay. You described to me then exactly like where these go, what happens.
Yeah, I just like slips back and her these big colorful wings pop out, and as she goes down, like flaps them up, and just the enough of a puff of air that makes just sends his glasses 5-10 feet, like not far, but just of enough for him to be distracted. And as I go down, I look over at Cian and I'm like, go to the bathroom, and I like start winking a lot and like messing with my eyes.
I've really got to take a shit, and slips through the door.
Can Nevis have noticed this and walk over
Absolutely.
and help Rex?
Give me like a perception check kind of thing as you're lounging and you hear this commotion going off.
Rex is also holding up his hand, like covering his eyes from the flashing lights of the casino.
What do we see is for Rex's eyes, right? Because before we've only seen smoke come out of them.
Yeah, they are pitch black. There are no pupils, no whites, just black, with smoke continue to come out of them. He goes, ugh, clumsy little fucker.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And I like climb around on all fours trying to grab them for you, not even getting up, but just like, and they slide away. Oh no, I'm so sorry. And finally grab them and stand up and hand them to you and like rearrange myself.
Nevis, what did you get on your perception roll?
I rolled a 6.
Okay. Yeah, you hear the commotion going on and like very lazily like look up and look over and you see that Rex is surrounded by a group of people that you don't recognize. You've never seen them in here before. More importantly, they don't necessarily look like they belong in this area.
More people to steal from. She's gonna saunter over and notice that Rex is on the floor and say, "Darling, you've fallen." And she helps him up. I think she just wanted to point out that she saw it and everyone can see it.
Thank you, kitty. No, I guess you just happen to be a little clumsy. Clearly not done on purpose.
No, sorry, I am.
Still don't give me an answer to your name, friend.
Jasna, it's a pleasure to meet you. She holds out her hand.
He takes a step towards you. If you ever mess with my glasses again, I will ensure that you do not leave this casino. In fact, I will ensure that 2 iron coins are placed over your eyes. Do I make myself clear?
Clear as amber.
Good.
And he means it too.
And yes, the laugh was in character.
Cian, are you going off? Where are you running off to? Are you making a break for where we think the safe is on that map? Or are you doing something else?
Nope, doing exactly that.
Okay. You go down the hallway that Rex indicated, which conveniently is actually the correct way to go. And you are immediately met at your side by the little hummingbird creature that was with Jasna earlier down in the meeting rooms area. She looks up at you like very skittishly, goes, okay, so we will go down this way, and then the map says that we take a left, and she like has like this giant map out, and then she peeps over at you and goes, oh, my name is Annette, by the way.
Hello. So are you like Annette as in like Annette to catch things?
You say that and she looks really confused for a second, and then she goes, oh, it does sound like that, yes.
Yeah.
But no, that's not how it's spelled. And then she just like hurries off ahead of you, like
Gonna follow.
She is like this She moves. The best way I could describe it is like when a short person is trying to keep up with a tall person and you walk really fast but in short bursts. And then you slow down and then you walk really fast again and then you slow down. She's
Cian
doing
is
that.
really tall too, so she's like, for like every 5 steps Annette takes, Cian takes like 1 or 2.
Amazing. You guys make the turn, go down, and there is this massive steel door that has a big like wheel. I can speak English. There's a wheel on it that seems to have like chains interlocking through it, and there are also like these lights up at the top that go across that are all right now flashing green.
Green is a good color.
I think green might mean locked.
Oh, I figured that'd be red. No, red is for errors.
This could be a problem. But you said you are drawn to information?
I was about to say yes. So, I'm thinking I just look. And she's gonna close her eyes and they turn bright red as she looks for the data within the areas.
Okay. As you do that, you are overwhelmed by the amount of information that comes to you, specifically from behind this door. And you see it in the air, like these digital messages that are all overlapping each other, going in different directions, as if things behind this door are broadcasting information to other areas in the casino. But it's a lot. It's essentially like you opened up 17 different Word documents that were full, and they're all on see-through transparent backgrounds and layered over each other, and it's just a jumble of text in front of you.
Okay.
So as you are kind of like overwhelmed and seeing all this, we're going to go back to the other group for a moment. Rex, you're dealing with this annoyance. And another annoyance that you're more familiar with is waving to you from behind them. As you see a man with similarly scaled skin, but this is like a yellow tone, and yellow snakes like going back into a shoulder length, like loose ponytail behind him. He's also dressed in the Cerberon skate casino uniform, and he is like waving to you.
What?
Do you have a bit of rest? You seem busy. I could come back. He like turns around to go to leave. And normally you might let him, but you see that there is a data pad in his hand that has your name on it.
No. I got a moment. Kitty, would you mind keeping an eye on our new friends? I don't want them to get lost at all, because finding bathrooms seem to be rather difficult for them. Excuse me. Oh. And before he like walks past between Mags and Jasna and just, oh, and please, pulls out 2 coins. Have a game on me for my rudeness to you before.
That is mighty kind of you. We will.
Yeah.
Toodles, chuckles.
Walks up to the employee. What do you want? Panic.
Oh, this is for you. And he hands it over. You
Looks down at it.
look over this data pad, and it is a note that has been sent to you. You see like a flower that is wilted as a kind of insignia at the top of it. Dear Rex, I found some very not great information on Sin's desk this morning that I think you want to know. And you see kind of like a little picture that someone took of your boss's desk. And there is a letter on it that has your name on it and termination, and it has been stamped. At the bottom, you see, I hope you can do something about this. And then a little heart, and it says, Saphone.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Panic. Oh, one more thing. And I reach up and I grab him right under the throat and go, until the day I say otherwise, to you I am Mr. Morrison and nothing else. You fucking call me Rex again and I will ensure that you are the next one to be entering the pit. Oh, and I will have all of our patrons betting whether or not my pets will tear you apart. Do you fucking understand me?
This guy... Can you roll to see if this guy pees his pants, please?
Absolutely.
Can I roll to see if I pee my pants? I do not pee my pants.
That is a 2.
Oh my god! Yeah, there's like a liquid trail that you see form down one of this guy's pant legs. And he just shakes and cannot respond to you.
Go clean yourself off. Get back to work.
He
I
takes
guess I'm
off.
thirsty. I turn back around. So. Apologies for that. Where were we?
You were going to get us another bottle.
Certainly, Kitty. Certainly. And he wanders off to go find a bottle. Like, and the smoke is billowing even more out. Nevis, you've never seen him like this.
As she's walking with the other two, just quieten up to them. Think he's grumpy. And then she walks up to him, just to the side of him and says, everything okay?
Just because that fucker thinks that he owns me, they can just set me out. I built this place for him. No. And I show her the pad. Terminated? No, you do not terminate Rex Morrison. Rex Morrison terminates
don't.
you.
You don't. And yes, you do. You terminate them. Yes.
Gentle parenting.
Oh my god.
You're right, Kitty. You're right.
You should tell them. You should tell them they're fired.
Oh. I'd love to do that, but until the casino's mine, Sin is head honcho.
Well,
Would a big enough fuck up help you, Chuckles?
Excuse me.
I said, would a big enough fuck up help you get what you want?
Oh. That's what I thought you said. Yes, I think it would. But tell me, what kind of fuck up you have in mind?
It's about at that time, Jasna, you hear over on your comms a message from Annette being like, so, our friend Cian is having a bit of a difficulty getting into the vault. It's a very big vault.
No, I'm not. I'm taking your accent. No, I'm not. Everything. I took it my accent.
Whose accent is it anyway?
Cian's like rotating through accents, like, no, I promise, everything is fine.
Can give me a roll to see if you can sort through the information or if this is going to overwhelm you.
Would this be a drawn to light roll or an investigation?
I think it's a drawn to light roll.
Which did we decide that was? Is that a D6 or D8?
I believe that's a D6 for... Or no,
D6.
sorry, that's a D8 for you.
D8, okay. Writing that down. Brrrah. Oh. Wait, let me make sure. Blech. 7.
You start to be overwhelmed as it's too much information and it's all coming to you all at once and it's layered over each other and it is a lot. And you can feel Annette. You can feel Annette next to you, like trying to like gently shake you out of it.
She's still like trying to sort through things as her eyes are glowing, like pulsating red, and her wings are starting to like vibrate. And then she just pauses and doesn't move.
Are you okay? Do you need me to bring you back? I'm going to bring you back. And Annette goes to like try and pick you up. Like carry you. But she's
How tall is Annette?
Not tall. She's like less than 5 feet tall. She's like 4 something. And she's like trying to pick you up and carry you
Cian
back.
is like 6'4".
Yeah, Jasna,
He's
you hear this
tall.
entire interaction over your comms. As we go back to that conversation that Rex and Mags were having, you hear all this as that is like simultaneously going on.
So you have a fuck up.
Remember when I said we were looking for you?
Yes, I do. Suppose you weren't looking for the bathroom.
I mean, who knows? She might have been.
We're in the middle of some work, job, I guess you could say. And it would be way easier if you helped us. And who knows, might be able to make your problem go away.
I mean, if there's anything you think we could dig out and make sure it didn't come back from you. Something that would disgrace your boss.
That would be preferable. Tell me though, your employer, who are you contracted with?
I feel like I need to roll anti-authority.
Me when I wake up every morning.
I am trying to not answer me, myself, and I, you fuck.
I guess roll to see if he believes you. And then Rex, you can do like a contested like insight,
Okay.
like reading someone.
Okay. What'd you get?
I got a 7.
I got an 8.
Yeah? You take Max at face value.
And you said me, myself, and I, you fuck?
I mean, we work together.
I like this one.
And Jasna stands up, like straightens up and looks him in the eye and says, "You know where I am from."
I just wanted to hear you say it. That's all. I figure we can't work in tandem unless we know where each other stands. I stand to get what's rightfully mine. Where do you stand?
To take people like your boss down a couple of pegs.
What they said.
It's about at this time that you see Annette dragging Cian down the hallway. Like, she gave up on trying to carry it and is just, like, pulling, like, a couple inches now. It looks real pathetic.
There's, like, a little dust trail flowing behind from Cian's wings.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And Annette just looks over like, help.
Would this overwhelmed state put Cian into a resting state?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I'm a deep sleeper.
Oh.
That checks out so good. That checks out so good. Yeah, that's 100% what's happening. Like,
oh my gosh,
comatose.
I've never seen Cian take a nap. They're not gonna wake up.
I look at Rex. Kitty. I'm not sure. I didn't get your name. I'm sorry. I'm Jasna. Nice to meet you. Is there somewhere more private we could go?
Seems like your friend is been hitting the amber a little too hard in the bathroom. Well, we can go to my office while it's still my office. Follow me. And I bring them down towards the pit.
All right. As you are all walking towards the area known as the pit, you have to go through the main hub of the casino at the bottom of the stairs that lead away from the lounge. And you notice the casino lights dim, and a hush falls over the area. A voice, smooth and dripping with venomous elegance, echoes through the room. As Rex, you recognize your boss, Sin, speaking.
Ladies and gentlemen, how delightful it is to see so many hopeful faces thinking, perhaps, that you belong here. Such sweet optimism. But let's be honest, not everyone belongs here. But that can change.
And then there is this abrupt, strange break in the voice, and it switches.
But for those brave enough and foolish enough, we have something special tonight. Our Atlas sponsors invite you to face our newest challenge, the Perfect Warrior, enhanced to be faster, stronger, more deadly than any who've stepped into the pit before. Consider this your chance to prove yourself or to lose everything.
Once again, the voice, it sounds like the same person, but it's like their pitch changes again, and there's like this crackle, like a gurgle from their throat.
Of course, those who do succeed, the rewards will be extraordinary. The kind of winnings that can change lives, open doors, maybe even rewrite fortunes. The main event begins in 1 hour.
And the announcement ends. Rex, you were not aware of a new event going down in the pit.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Sounds like he took over your job already.
Shut the fuck up. If you want this to work, they can't know anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Sin. By the way, before I do, I should.
Well, this was over an announcement, so you didn't.
Oh, gotcha.
This was like, this was an announcement that went through the entire casino. You see around you the patrons who are like sitting at card tables are like looking up, and like a lot of chatter kind of starts up as this announcement fizzles out. And people look like excited about like a new event that's going to happen. No one knew this was going down tonight.
Okay. Yeah, not even me. Oh. Follow me. By the way, Jasna. Kitty here.
Pleasure to meet you, Kitty.
Nice to meet you too. Most people call me Nevis, but Rex here likes to introduce me as Kitty. And then she just sort of, she's just gonna purr.
Oh.
Adorable.
Feel like this may be a little forward, but may I? Like, reaching out halfway to one of the ears.
I suppose.
And just, like, does the whole very...
I do want to say she is human right now.
Does she have...
So right now she has two forms. So she's a shapeshifter. So she has, like, she can just sort of bring her tail out whenever she wants. But she's in her human form. So you just, like, she's wondering why you want to touch her earrings.
Okay. Okay.
Mags heard
If
Kitty
that's
and was just
the
like,
case,
I'm gonna
I
bet.
rescind. Yeah.
Is
Because I was
Cian-
going to do a flirt that way, but no.
Is Cian still being dragged?
Yeah.
I am going to help.
Thanks.
Unless you have
I'm
anything that
taller.
would wake them up, if you can make a roll. What does the deep sleeper situation
Difficulty-
say exactly?
It is difficult to wake you up when you're resting. To wake you up in the middle of your rest, you must make a difficulty 5 check to do so.
Okay, so go ahead and make that check as you're being dragged along to the pit.
So it's whoever's
Also, is
trying to
anybody
wake me
helping
up
Annette,
does
or
it.
is Annette still the only
I'm-
one dragging?
I'm helping. I'm like, I'm also 6 foot, so it's a little easier.
Yeah,
Okay.
so whoever's trying to wake me up does the difficulty 5 check.
Okay. Mags, if you're helping, you can go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
Are we in the office already?
No, you're on your way there. We have to walk through
Okay.
the pit area.
Okay.
This is like a conversation that's happening on the way.
I got a 4.
Okay, so that would beat the difficulty. So, Cian, you wake up as you are being brought through an area you haven't seen before. The pit is the deepest recess of the casino, where only the daring venture. Built into an old railway holding area, it is used for underground games and events, both glamorous and dangerous. Neon lights flicker, casting an ominous red glow on the rusted rail tracks that still line the floor. And this area looks just so much less polished than the rest of the casino. But there is like this passageway lit up by these red lights that you're following, and the cavern around you there are some little cracks that seem like they stretch into like this dark abyss area. And then below you, like off the railway, there's also like this drop that happens. It goes for probably like 30 feet down, and you see like these fighting rings. You see a dog track that goes all the way around the area, and there are kind of like these different games that are going on that are all viewable, like these like penned in areas. And as we kind of go along this railway track for a bit, we eventually get to Rex's office, which I will let Jacob describe.
Yeah, so you walk in and it is dark. There are 2 sitting chairs, this fine leather that sit in front of a long, almost like black slab desk. Behind it is a chair, black as well. And behind the chair, there are bookshelves filled with different artifacts, resembling Spartan helmets, Grecian shields, items from Roman mythology and the like, from the claw of a lion, the tooth of some mystical dragon, and then a gladius sword, just nicely seated. He goes, "Take a seat," as he sits down in his chair.
Damn it! I was gonna claim his chair.
I mean, I'm fine with her. I'm fine. He would walk over to it, and if she takes it, he's.
Yeah, she's gonna go. Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
That's so funny. So Rex basically pulls out the chair.
Yeah,
to
he's
sit in
pulling out
himself,
the chair to sit.
and Nevis sits in it instead.
Yeah.
So
And he grips the top of it for a moment. He's had one hell of a day, and he goes, "Get comfortable, kitty."
Very, and she nestles into it, gets
Yes.
finds a comfy spot.
Real quick, I just came up with a character thing that I think could be
Sure.
fun.
Love is for you.
So mixing together the long rest and the weird accent changes on my part, I think whenever somebody has to wake up Cian from this deep rest, her accent and personality can shift and change depending on what she was looking for. So
Okay.
when she wakes up, it's a slightly different version of Cian.
Crazy. I
So
love that.
on it took
Love
you
it.
one
Still-
episode.
I was about to.
One
It's one
episode.
episode.
Love this.
Unhinged. And I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
Yep. Not even one. Not
I
even.
know,
That's true. It
because
took
last week was an hour.
Yep.
it took 2 hours.
It took 2 hours.
Look, that's the longest it's taken ever for me to do something
Wow.
unhinged. But you gotta admit, that's cool.
That is
That
so
is
good
cool.
though.
I
Pretty
love
good.
Really good.
Gonna be a
Yeah.
challenge for me, and I'm very excited.
Jasna, you notice as you guys get to Rex's office that Annette is kind of now that Cian is awake and Annette isn't dragging them around. She's nervously kind of fluttering outside of the office door and looks over at you and goes, "I will stay outside and make sure no one overhears you, and you can represent us."
You got it, Annette. Thank you. I'll
Okay.
keep in touch if needed.
Thank
she
you for
also
dragging
touches
me
her
on the
phone.
floor, darling.
While this is happening, Nevis is just gonna
cocks her
be.
head.
Just real quick, while this is happening, Nevis is trying really hard not to go through all the drawers in this desk. So she's just taking out the thing that she's stolen from someone and is fidgeting with it, if you remember. So she's looking at it, doesn't really know what it is, but she's just.
You're not the only one that's distracted by the shiny. Though Mags does get enough to, one, take the mask off finally, because
Ooh.
that was a little sweaty.
That was the character choice.
And two, is there scoots up the chair enough to kick the feet up on the table?
Oh my god.
Ooh, now that's a power move.
That's yeah. Rex has gone over and has poured 2 drinks, amber drinks, and puts 2 little worms into them, turning them a little bluish, and walks over, hands one to Nevis, and sees Mags, and goes, "Please, have some respect."
No, thank you. I don't drink.
It's not for you. Let me make something very clear to you. We are working together because you need something and I need something. And for us to reach it, we must be companions, bedfellows, one might say. We are not friends.
Oh, I don't think any of us want to be a bedfellow with you.
Please.
The cat might.
You have no idea what I can do in the bed.
Been there.
Correction, the cat has.
How do you think I...
I
Hey,
suppose
Cian.
it just depends
Lore
on the
drop.
personality. What?
Why was Rex in the list?
Don't know. It was handed to me in some shady back alley deal, and Rex's name was in it, and I'm assuming Kitty here is Nevis. Such a pretty kitty.
Thank you. She just takes in all the compliments. What are we trying to take? What's happening? I'm
His
here for the
boss's
ride.
dignity,
Oh, I do like that.
though with a name like Sin, betting there's not much there. Dignity, I mean. Now, we're working together because you want your boss out. We want dirt.
And
I can make you eat it just as quickly as you want me to eat it.
Ooh, a showdown.
If we can somehow manipulate it so that the casino isn't as affiliated with Atlas as it currently is, I think that would be good for everybody long term, and getting rid of your boss who wants to get rid of you might be a good way to do that.
We place you in charge. Ugh.
oh, don't make such a face.
Sorry, involuntary. Whenever I go into this deep sleep and I wake up weird, things can change. You'll find out later when I fall asleep again.
Does it look like I care?
Oh no, the explanation wasn't for you, it's for everybody else.
Oh. Understandable. So you need dirt. What kind of dirt are you looking for?
I have a feeling if you knew anything in particular, you wouldn't need our help.
Just as a reminder, because I know that it's been a while since the other session, the Resistance was specifically looking for coordinates on an amber shipment. That seemed like it was going to be important for the Atlas organization.
Okay.
That was what you guys were specifically looking for inside the vault. However, if you're also just trying to make Sin look bad, there's a lot of different ways to go about that. I do have a question though. Rex, how do you feel about Atlas's influence in Cerberon's Gate?
And he's keeping all this to himself. Kitty might know, but probably not. He's fine with them. He brings in money. They bring in money, and to him, it's everyone's iron coin is as good as anyone else's. So he has really no interest in getting rid of Atlas, but if these people can help him get rid of Sin, yeah, he'll play along.
Okay.
So would that have been discussed then? Like, would you have told us all of that just now with the little reminder we got from our wonderful GM?
So I think what we're looking for and explains everything.
Yeah, that would be information that specifically for Jasna, Cian, that probably would have been mentioned on your data pad that you had gotten, or your list briefly. And Mags, you kind of are always just looking for any kind of information, so
/ fun.
yeah.
So we know that they're looking for something in a safe, and we know that they're okay. So I have this thing that I stole from the guy, and Nevis is gonna say, would this help? And I think I don't remember, Janelle, but I think it's a key card.
It was like a little, like a Like the key to a car, like it has
A key to a car. Okay.
kind
it was
of.
a
Well,
key
that's
fob.
sorry.
Like a key
yeah,
fob.
it's a key fob.
Oh,
That's what it
okay,
looks
okay.
like. That's not necessarily what it is. So it's like this little key fob thing. It has 2 lights on it. When you first swiped it, it was red and green. Now they're both green. And there is a button on it under each of those lights. On the back of it, you do see that there is the Atlas symbol of the pyramid. So that's kind of what you have. If you want to try and figure it out, you would have to do like some kind of technology roll as you're like inspecting it.
Oh, you should hand it over to Mags over there. They're really technical forward, and my brain's a little fried.
Nevis is thinking to herself, but it's mine.
I promise I'll give it back, kitty.
Okay, and then she hands it over. I'm just looking over at my stats. Because I could... no, okay, that's fine. She hands it over. She's trying to be helpful.
Were you going to try and pocket me? So, yeah. I am going to hack it, figure out what it do.
Okay. Make a roll for me. The difficulty for that is going to be 3.
Ooh.
That is a 2.
Okay.
Wow.
You start to hack into this little device. What you can glean from it. One of these buttons triggers some sort of device. It's kind of hard to tell, but you're getting the sense that one of these triggers a release valve, and one of them triggers like a shut off.
Okay. So one's a release valve, one's a shut off. Do you know anything about the guy you lifted this from?
He had a napkin on his face.
I forgot about
And
that.
that's all I know.
Were they playing cards?
They were playing cards and
It's Mr. Jones. He's the one of the chief executives over at Atlas. Some important figure.
Remember used to play cards with men like that. Anyway, there's a release valve and a shut-off valve. And it's just a remote, probably for a amber containment of some kind.
Are there any
Amber?
windows in this room, Rex, or any security cameras by any chance?
There are windows looking over the pits.
Mhm.
Kind of like tinted, so that way it's like almost like a one-way mirror. People, he can see out, people can't see in, but there are security cameras.
Okay.
In the corners. Just
I'm gonna need like a perception check from everyone.
Ugh.
Ooh.
What is that?
It's a D10 unless you have
10.
an ability that's gonna change it.
Yeah, I'm looking at my
Uh,
ability.
Like
I have
a
keen sense
observation
vision, so I
Ooh,
think I would use
I
a
do
D8.
too.
Yeah.
Same. I'm gonna
Yep,
do
yep.
that
So,
too.
what's the...
Ooh. 6.
Ooh.
1.
5.
Show off.
3?
Okay. 3. Okay. Mags and Cian. You notice through one of the windows that kind of looks over the pit that there is some kind of large box that is being wheeled out into one of the fighting pits. Rex, you specifically notice as everyone else kind of clocks this, couple things. You don't recognize the person who is bringing this box out there, but even from here you can tell that there is like an Atlas logo on the box. They are going into an area that is normally reserved for the bloodier games in this area. It's a area of the pit that has a way that they can kind of flood it with water to clean it. So they're being wheeled out into one of the messier areas. And another thing that you clock with a 1, because I mean, Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah.
They are being escorted by an older woman that has like short blue hair, and with this distance it's kind of hard to like get any more details on her, but the one thing that you very much don't clock is that she has these large cybernetic wings behind her.
Do I know who this might be?
I think in your experience you might have an idea. Those kind of enhancements aren't out there for everyone. So it's possible. You could go ahead and no, because you already rolled a 1. Yeah, you know who it is.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you can
I keep that to myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep that to myself, but Nevis would definitely hear me be like, shit.
She looks over at him and tries to get his attention. It's just sort of like,
Not now, kitty. He looks over. What?
Looking over at me and saying what?
Yeah.
You're the
He's had a bad day. Okay.
He has had a bad
day. Okay.
He's short with everyone.
Okay. So she's gonna say, "Oh," and then she's gonna get out of the seat and say, "Do you need this? Like, do you?"
Uh-huh.
No, that's not necessary. We won't be in here much longer.
She sits back down.
Okay,
Well,
so you help me get the information I'm looking for. I need to complete our map of the casino, and I also need to find records of upcoming amber shipments. I'm sure your boss has that in his office or something.
Well, I can help you with the first part. And I, on my desk, just hit a couple of buttons, and a screen illuminates that like holographic screen that wasn't there before, and you can just see the entire casino. You can see the all the security cams of like everything looking around. You can even see us in the office here.
Cian waves at the camera.
That's so cool.
Ching, ching, ching.
Yeah, if I have a recording device of some kind, I'm definitely gonna take whatever I can to help finish the map that we've been making.
I was going to say my multi-tool is definitely trying to sneak that particular file off of the servers and into their pocket.
You're definitely able to make a copy, but not like
I
elite.
know.
Okay. All right.
Not one-to-one, just, copy,
Mhm.
paste.
Screenshot.
Jasna, it also makes a lot of sense if you had brought like some kind of tool that would allow you to at least record what is happening right now.
Yeah.
So Mags is copying the file. If Jasna is recording the room, are you recording it in a way that anyone here is visible in the footage?
I would try not to.
Okay.
I would say as she's been doing this long enough to not make that mistake.
Okay. Just checking.
And at this point, in this particular shift in personality, doesn't really care about being on camera or not.
Amazing.
She probably
Rex is-
just like adjust herself,
Yeah.
like look cooler,
I think Nevis would do like a
like fix the
with her hair.
Jasmine,
Just
you
in
case.
you try to record this in a way where you're not getting people in the footage, and then Cian and Nevis are like move themselves into the background and look nice. And
I feel like Rex sees this and he kind of like walks over and almost like brushes his hand past Cian's hair and then kind of does the same to Nevis, as almost being like these are his two girls he's brought back to his office. So if anyone does look at it, that there's like, oh yeah, he's just doing his like his thing.
Yeah. And I message
great.
Annette, I got the rest of the blueprints and maps. Now we're just on to part 2.
You go in to like talk to Annette, and you're met with just crackle.
Uh-oh. And I look at Megs and Cian and I say, I think something happened to Annette. Is she on the map at all?
Has she been caught?
Give me like a investigation type check.
I'm glad someone caught that.
Oh god, Annette, Jesus.
Oh my god! Why did that take so long for us?
I got it.
I didn't until
I didn't either.
I got it last week.
Well, I rolled a 3.
You now notice that you see it now like on the camera. Annette is being dragged by 2 casino goons basically towards the fighting pit that the box was delivered to.
Oh
Not
no.
that it was her fault, but now they know what it's like to be dragged on the floor.
Quite.
You
Yes,
did
but-
kind of short out.
Wasn't my fault.
Do you think we could go save her? Maybe embarrass Sin at the same time?
I have a feeling that would put us in eyesight of Sin. I thought what we were doing was supposed to be sneaky in and out. If we go on a full-on rescue, we might be seen.
She's not our focus. She's gone. Oh well.
That's what I was trying to say, but not in a sleazy way.
I mean, we could
Right.
distract.
Rex, maybe we could help them get their friend back.
She's really adorable.
If it helps us get to the goal.
It's an obstacle, kitty. This light love over here ought to know that. And the feathered one too. But fuck it. If she's so precious to you, you can save her fucking ass.
I've known her for about 15 minutes, but she is adorable.
Now we'll murder everyone in this pit.
I will say though, if
Oh. No, go
Uh-oh.
on ahead.
if this ends up getting us caught and everything I want goes out the window, I will kill you myself.
You can certainly
Where
try.
does Sin broadcast from? Or rather, where do the announcements broadcast from?
2 places. Broadcasting booth right out overlooking the pits, and Sin's office.
You would assume that given the entertainment that's about to begin, Sin will be in the broadcaster booth.
was about to say, if we want to absolutely harass him, I can start spewing his any secrets, any information,
Nails.
bedwetting, that sort of thing.
Sorry, what kind of wedding? I mean, listen, a red wedding on the red line is just a wedding.
I feel like I just
And-
watched a live game of telephone happen, like, in front of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Mags goes into a mimicry of the voice that they heard before.
Which one? Because there were technically 3 different ones.
The 3 different Sin voices.
Yeah, there was, so, how much would Mags know about Sin? Like, they're not a, secretive character by any means. Like,
Right.
there's a lot of public information out there.
I'm sure Jesna would have told Mags something.
Mm-hmm.
So, then, Mags, you would be fully aware that, the 3 voices you just heard, most likely, were envy, wrath, and greed.
Envy, wrath, and greed.
Yeah.
So it's a conglomerate that's entity known as Sin? 3-headed
It is-
entity?
Oh, no, not 3-headed. It's Sin has one body that presents very, like, classically human almost. Just because you would know the character. They have jet black hair that is like oil slicked back, like neon green eyes that will change color based on which personality is speaking, and is normally dressed in like a black on black suit. And yeah, so it's more like one person with 7 very different personalities.
Okay, then
Almost as many
I
as Cian has.
Yeah, kind of.
We can watch him fall?
Have you soak up all the rewards? Or maybe you'd just like to kiss his boots a little bit.
I love that.
Table Talk is not your typical D&D TTRPG podcast. We are not here to run you through our whole campaign.
We're here to talk about everything else in the space of tabletop roleplay.
I'm your host, Alejandra Wilhelm,
And I'm also your host, Mariah Gresham.
and we're your tabletop roleplay girlies.
Well, dice? I'll take like 10 of them. My budget's set to $50,000, but that is dwindling. Each booth I hit, $200 is a minimum. Bag isn't empty, filled with games, I'm never playing them.
I must be Jenny D, all the brand deals that I'm rolling in. You can call me Dr. Meeple, cause I got many men invested in this hobby. Next con, you know I will attend. VIP access badge, cause I influence me. Go cast wish. You could never ever rock a con like this. Grit like me. Go cast wish. You could never ever 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 rock a con like this.